Welcome to my YouTube channel, Natasha and Your Phone. I'm here with my parrot Zazu in the background. Hopefully he's a good little boy. So this will kind of be like a November flip through plus filling out my wrap-up page at the end of the month. So I actually have all the photos in here, which I feel like is a first. I don't know, I love this so much. I love looking back. So we watched my sister's dog a lot this month. So she is featured a few times. One of the very first times in like history ever, I took no photos that day. I was not active on social media. Honestly, don't really know what I was doing that day, the day after Thanksgiving. Probably just chilling at home. I don't know. I really don't know what I did that day. So instead of, usually there's been maybe 2 or 3 other days that I haven't taken a picture or I didn't love the picture, and so I just use an animal picture instead, but I don't know, that one felt big that I just couldn't find anything. So yeah, we hit our 10-year wedding anniversary this month, the day before Thanksgiving, and then every year we do Feast with the Beasts at the Hogle Zoo, our local zoo. Usually it's with the big event that we love is with their elephants. They'll come out and like the Farmers Association, I think, will donate the largest pumpkin grown that year in Utah. They didn't do it this year. They actually just moved the elephants to a different zoo so that they could have a better chance of breeding. And they had their super senior rhinos out. So the rhinos have been there my entire life. They're both creeping up on mid-40s, which is just so old for rhinos. But they were so funny. So they're actually siblings. They're a year or 2 apart. This is George, and he actually got the box stuck on his horn, and then they had to like tempt him over with some hay to help get it off because he wasn't getting it off by himself. Anyway, it was still really fun. I'm really glad that we did end up going because we got to see other animals that we don't usually focus on, because we're usually just watching the elephants. Lilo she started digging. I don't know what, I just have like this baking desire, so I made cinnamon rolls. They were delicious. I've made a couple different cookies. These are chocolate chip. I've also done sugar cookies. One of my favorite snacks is Kodiak cakes, making them into waffles and then putting chocolate and caramel syrup on them. We've also done like peanut butter and chocolate syrup. We've done peanut butter and jelly. We've just done like jelly or jam, I guess. Anyway, they're so good. They're so easy to make. They probably should just be a breakfast food, but really they're just like little snacks for me. Anyway, so there's November. I think I'm going to do like a whole flip through and just like chat through memories of these because I love these photos so much. Anyway, so there's November. I have not touched December yet, so need to get on that. Anyway, let's flip to November. It's past the, like, I just have to keep flipping more pages. Okay, maybe this will be, okay, good enough. So this will kind of be a flip through. I'm also going to be keeping a list of things that I've done for my highlights. At the end, I put it on November 30th. So highlights and books. Probably should have done books over here. So I reread Funny Feelings. I love it so much. I need to buy a copy of it because I love it. I had a zit that took like 6 or 7 zit patches. It was so ridiculous. Like over the course of 3 or 4 days. Oh, 6 patches, 3 days. Made me so mad. And it was just huge and red. Anyway, it drove me so crazy. Another actually highlight. I don't know if I want to put a zit as a highlight, even though looking back now, it's kind of funny. It made me so mad. I think I will write down babysitting Lilo. Taking my loop earplugs into work was huge. Like that change, I don't know. I am so much more productive at work with them. I can't hear all of the little sounds because normally I can hear doors opening and closing. I can hear people walking down the hall. I can hear people on their phones, even if they're in the hall or across the hall in a different room. Like it is out of control. Like it kind of makes me think that I'm going crazy. I can just hear too much. Anyway, those are so amazing. I want to get like the upgraded 3-in-1s, so we'll see. We went out to Ichiban Sushi with my family, like our favorite sushi place. It's cheap and it's so good. We went to a root beer store. It looked really cool, sounded really cool. We ended up buying some, sorry, I think I keep bumping this camera and it's making it jiggly. I'm gonna try so hard to sit still. So we went to the root beer store, we bought some, took it home. Almost all of them were flat. And like, they didn't have really big, like well-known brands. It was cool that they had like a little tasting thing set up. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna focus. There we go. So we could like taste test them. So that was really cool. But yeah, like they were just, all the ones that we bought, they were all just flat. I need to add rolls of mistletoe to my read list. I'm gonna actually put down root beer store. I don't know if you actually want to see me write it down. That seems kind of boring. So I'm just kind of doing it off screen so that I can be a little bit closer to the hobonichi. Spontaneously album ranked. So ultimately I got this idea from Claire from online, is just like the blind album ranking. She got it from someone who would he would do like numbers, putting numbers in an order on TikTok, I believe. Anyway, so here's that, the whole blind ranking. I just gave a number, or I gave a song and told my sisters and my mom to tell me a place that it goes in. My mom thought that we were talking about, I don't know what she thought we were talking about. She didn't pick up that it was just Plan's album. I don't think I did too hot. I think that I was more focused on documenting everyone else's answers, that I didn't actually take time to consider mine. So while I love every single song on the album, I am not a huge fan of, like, I don't actually agree with this. So I will probably be doing it later. My mom just ended up giving up because she wanted Transatlanticism to be number 1, but it's not on the Plans album. Anyway, I think that it's fun. It's just like, I don't know, it feels like a lot to just like blindly put them in a place. Feels too permanent to write it in pen, but at the same time, like, it helps you just kind of not give up, like kind of just release that perfectionism of just being like, oh, I need to make sure I get it like in correct order or something. Like, I don't know. I don't think it needs to. Like, it's not that serious. So anyway, so there's that. I'm actually really excited to move into the cousin. I feel like it'll kind of be large. I am kind of nervous that I'm going to miss my A6 because I have gotten so used to the size, and I am also kind of sad that I just decided to go with the cousin because I think that a B6 size might be better, but I already have the cousin. I'm dedicated to it. I was kind of already deciding on playing like journal roulette, see whatever I get for Christmas. My mom gifted me the A6 last year for Christmas. That's the only reason why I have it. I don't know if I would have bought one. If I had, I probably would have bought a cousin to start out with, but I love this journal so much. Anyway, we'll see. If I don't end up liking the hobonichi as much, the A5, I might try to get into maybe like a sterling ink B6, but at the same time, I'll most likely just stick with the cousin and make it work. And if it means that I have like blank at the bottom, I'm totally fine with that because I still have blank here. Like, sometimes I just don't fill pages up, and that's fine. And I might just color it in, or I don't know. Anyway, Iron Flame release day was huge. I pre-ordered a copy and then it said it wouldn't be here for like a month, so I got one from Target and then didn't start the book for another week. So I am really glad that I did that, because if I was just like, yeah, whatever, I'll just wait until it comes, I honestly probably still wouldn't have it, because it said December 7th. If I didn't get it by December 7th, they would finally refund me. Anyway, I checked Target a few hours after and all of their copies were gone. So I'm just glad with how it worked out. We've had this vole in our front yard like terrorizing us. We keep getting all these little like dirt mounds all over the place, and I finally caught him on camera. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. It was so fascinating watching him, but then at the same time being like, I really should put a stop to this because he's ruining the front yard, but also the front yard is tiny and ruined from last year anyway. Actually, let me write some of this down. The vole on camera is the only thing that I'm adding. For work, I go down to Duchesne. It's about a 2-hour drive for a meeting. I do it like once a quarter. It's always the same. They do like grilled, barbecue chicken and barbecue boneless ribs. And then they have like cheesy potatoes, just kind of like the typical, I don't know. It's just very fitting. It's also with it inside of, like a horse show area thing. I don't even know how to, I'm not a country girl at all. Like I just don't know anything. But when we first started going there, like we would eat right next to this like show arena thing. And it was so stinky. It's actually, I think it's mostly in the summer that it gets stinky, but it's just interesting that like this is where we go to eat. And we're in a separate room for like the presentations, but I don't know, it's always an experience, and I don't think I've actually documented like what it looks like and what food we get every time. So kind of just in a way to document like the smaller parts of my life, I decided to add this in here. And then I got home and Jeff was like, hey, let's head to Olive Garden. Because he was going to be out of town, and I jumped on that because sometimes making dinner is the absolute worst. So, little date night to Olive Garden. It was really nice. Thursday, I don't know. I can't remember if this actually happened on that day. Possibly. But sometimes I just use kind of empty days to fill up other stuff. So my mom and dad were, I think, in San Francisco for like a night, and they had this big mural on the wall. So I told them they needed to get a picture in front of it, and he just, I don't know, my dad is just the goofiest man in the world. Sometimes I forget that he's my dad, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I'm so weird, is because these are my parents. Like, how am I supposed to be normal from these people? Anyway, it's fine. I accept who I am. Read Fourth Wing again, which I'm really glad that I reread this first. I am also really glad I ended up adding the book number on it. But also because of this, I don't feel the need to use Goodreads, which I probably should, but that's whole complicated. I kind of want to get away from Goodreads. We'll see. Who knows? Some of my friends came over and we played games. While they were over, they ordered Cold Stone, so I just pulled the sticker off of the order. And then we went to a little restaurant that night. I'm going to put games. Okay, so normally when I am doing my wrap up, like I'll flip through my month and just kind of keep a running total, and then I will also check it against my phone. I'll look at my photo album, I'll look at like my story archive, see if there's anything that might have popped up that I didn't end up putting in my journal. And a lot of times I don't actually have my month all the way filled out before I do the wrap up. Sometimes there is still some back journaling, but the last couple of days I've been pretty focused on trying to fill up my November, get everything on there. So I think this happened last month, but I still had the photos printed out. And it's just so weird that I found, actually no, this was right after, this was like the very beginning of November. So, okay, this still, still works. Yeah, I found a Rolo that some kid must have dropped on Halloween, and I was like, oh cool, my yard is giving me a little snack. Like, it was still completely sealed. Unfortunately, it had frozen, and so the chocolate was actually really gross. I really regret eating that, so that's cool. This one is like kind of a gross spider that we saw. I don't know, not gross. I'm slowly changing my mind on spiders and insects. Like, they're really cool when you start learning about them. This guy just had like a big butt, and I just sat there watching him for a little bit. He almost crawled over Jeff's hand. So, I don't know. That's the only reason why I even saw him, is because Jeff was like, ew, this creepy spider almost crawled on me. There were a few ladybugs, and then again, my little Kodiak cakes. Just kind of documenting that because that is a go-to when we want something sweet but don't really have anything in the house. It just fills that need. Hung out with Miara. And Felix. So this is one of my childhood friends. She had a baby last year, and it's so crazy. I didn't think I really ever liked kids. I think maybe it's just because she is like a good friend of mine. He is adorable. He is such a cute kid. I am so glad that I get to go over there and spend time with him and like see him grow up, because within like a matter of 2 or 3 weeks, he is so grown up now. Anyway, enjoyed that. That was added to my highlights. We go to a bingo night. Jeff actually donates bingo night. Jeff donates like the big prize for everyone to win. It's a $50 gift card or experience. One time he did hockey tickets, and those were actually like, everyone wanted those tickets. It's with an Elks Lodge, which is really interesting. I have thoughts on that. They did ask him to become an elk, and on there you have to say, not only say that you believe in God, but that you would attest to believing in God, and then something else about like the Constitution shouldn't be changed. So it's just kind of funny. Like, it's fun to go. It's like a fun atmosphere when you get to know people, but the beliefs are so different than our beliefs. So I don't know. I think that's all I'll say about that, but it's just so interesting. Adding freaking cute pictures because I love them. I'm such an aggressive lover, and I love it. Oh, they're so cute. I took almost an identical picture. Not identical, but just like these two just cuddling. Too bad I can't like pull out my phone because I'm recording on my phone, but it's so cute. My boss's retirement party. I think I'll put that, John Bosser retirement. That's probably something I should cover up, but whatever. Baxter, I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that he wants his attention every single night. That was one of the photos I took. It was on like the wide angle lens, and it just, I don't know, it just fit. This was the day I didn't really have anything. Jeff picked up the chocolate Dunford donuts one day, and oh my gosh, it's been a long time since I've had them. They were so amazing. Like, I could have cried over how amazing they were. Spotify Wrapped came out, which I also have thoughts and feelings on. Why does it come out the end of November? Why is it not like the end of December or even the beginning of January? Like, I want a full year. I'm really curious if they keep track, like if they wipe the slate clean on like December 1st and then start tracking for the whole year. Like, I don't know. I need more answers. But one thing is like top songs. Zazu always makes his way onto this because we do have a Zazu Whistles playlist. And it's anytime, like if he has to be left alone for more than a couple of hours, we'll play it just so he has like music, stimulation, something going on. The only thing that I can rely on is the top artist that reflects my listening taste. I wonder if there's a way to go back and check out all of the, like, the older Wrapped. I did document it last year in my journal. So this was last year's, and you can see top artists, again, Death Cab, Harry Styles, Tame Impala, same here. AJR moved up the list. The Beatles got kicked out. Top songs, I'm really curious. I mean, it says that As It Was played 95 times, which I know that that's the first thing. Andy Griffith's theme song this year got played 118 times, so. Anyway, Young Folks actually moved up. That one was a Zazu song. That's actually his favorite song. He gets so excited when it comes on. So yeah, my music, my listening. Oh, it actually went down. I don't know why I was thinking it went up. Anyway, just interesting. I guess artists. Oh, I didn't write down how many artists I listened to. Songs, 43. This one was 41. Yeah, so overall, I think my listening just decreased. I do feel like Vampire and like the moody darkness, atmospheric, emotional, like I feel like that fits better than their thing last year, but it was also interesting how you listen differently during the day. Anyway, so here's my layout of that. I'm really excited to see what next year is because I found out, I figured out how to go into the playlist and remove it from like the taste profile. So I'm really excited to see what next year will be like. Will it actually be my top songs? Or will it be like when his playlist ends and then it just continues playing music? Will it take those songs? I don't know. We'll see. See, this is the day I just didn't really have anything. Mondays and Thursdays I'm in the office, and so there's just not a lot going on, like picture-wise or even story-wise. I mean, sometimes if I have a weird interaction with a coworker, which does actually happen more often than I would like it to, but anyway, Jeff was home and this was a photo that I got, so this is all that I'm putting in that day is that I go to work, this is the type of photo I get, and I just love being at home. This one just kind of like reflecting on my job and how it's changed in the last few years. It's just gotten a lot busier. And also with my boss retiring, it is kind of scary to see who's going to replace him. Scary and a little bit exciting. So anyway, just some venting there. I think in one of my last videos talking about, Jeff is on a Filipino-American Chamber of Commerce. And it's actually very beneficial. So he is fluent in Tagalog, and he's lived in the Philippines, I think probably it was either 3 or 4 years. Anyway, so they have like this business and brews get together dinner thing. So we went to this burger place and had some beers, and it was really good. It was really messy, but I don't know. Sometimes the messier burgers are the better burgers. So I just took the receipt and cut out their logo, put it in there. Took a photo of the food. Our wedding anniversary, so we went down to a butterfly biosphere. I was gonna say biome, but anyway, that was really cool. We did one similar a few years ago. I think it was 2019, I want to say. We were down in Arizona. Honestly, that butterfly biosphere was a lot cooler than the one up here, but this one is still really good for what it was. They also had like the beetle display going on. It was really cool. We just like getting out. Since animals are like really important to us, we like doing stuff like that. So we already knew we were going to go to the zoo the next day, so we wanted something else. In the past, we've gone to like a museum. It just things around. I think one year we went to the aquarium. So just trying different things. Anyway, so that's it. Can't believe that we've been married for 10 years. We've been together for I think about 12. It's just crazy. Like Jeff has been in my life for more than a third of it. It's just, I don't know, that's so weird when I actually think about it. But at the same time, I'm like, he is like chosen family, like most important person in my life. Like I don't know, it's so cool and so weird at the same time. Moving on, Thanksgiving, we did Feast with the Beasts in the morning. So I'm talking about, it's kind of sad that the elephants are gone, but the rhinos were still like so good, so cute. Like, I mean, obviously they're not running in the same way that young teenage elephant is, but I mean, you could tell that they were excited in like their own way. So here's kind of a close-up of George with the box on his horn. Yeah, the lion, I know my animals. The tiger, this is the male. It was so funny. So we walk up and he's like doing this cute roar and we're all excited that, oh, we got a really good picture of it. And then he stands up, walks up, and marks the glass like right in front of me. And I got him walking up and then it's just barely off camera that he pees. But it's just, I don't know, it's funny. There was one time that when I was a kid, I think it was actually the lion had cubs, and we went and it was before they had like the plexiglass so you could see them better. They just had like kind of more wire like this keeping them in. I don't know if you can see that very well over that photo, but anyway, the mom lion like came up and was trying to pee and actually like peed on my mom. So I don't know, it's just funny little things that like similar things happen, but like 10, 15, 20 years apart. So because it was our 10-year wedding anniversary, we just did like a small dinner on Wednesday night, and then we did our own Thanksgiving. We went up to a bar in Park City, and it was actually so nice. Like we really, really enjoyed it. So you can't really tell as well, but Jeff got a Thanksgiving dinner, and I actually got lamb chops because I don't like turkey. I'm really weird with mashed potatoes. Like, they can't be too mushy, otherwise, like, it's a texture thing for me. So I did get the same garlic green beans that he has on his plate. They were amazing. Like, honestly, probably the best part of the meal, like most memorable, is those garlic green beans, which is so, a vegetable is never like the main thing that you remember. The lamb chops were really good. We got this expensive, I feel like this isn't even in focus, so sorry about that. If it's not, just kind of use your imagination to sharpen the image. But we got this kind of expensive shrimp cocktail, and it was like 5 tiny shrimp. I don't know, it kind of, or the shrimp were big, but it was just like, here's 5 shrimp, which, I don't know, do 6 so that the 2 people can share. I don't know. It's always kind of funny, like, going to more expensive places and just seeing, like, the portions or how they present it, stuff like that. So anyway, I just realized that I haven't written down some of these highlights. Let me hurry and backtrack. Oh, my dog. Okay, Jeff just came home, so there was disruption. Dogs got really excited. So anyway, we're gonna continue. I don't think I'm actually going to record me doing the wrap up, or maybe I'll do a separate, I don't know, split through. Just seems like a lot, like a big time chunk. This is one of my favorite things ever. We finally convinced my dad to download BeReal, and he takes the funniest photos. Like, I think that he forgets, except he can't forget. Like, I don't understand. His like selfie ones are always just so funny. He took a hilarious one the other day that I screenshotted, so I was kind of nervous about it. I put down here, like, truly a gift to us all. Oh, there we go. Anyway, so I decided I'm going to start saving some of his because they're amazing. I finished Iron Flame, and there might kind of be some spoilers in here. Don't read it. Don't read my review if you haven't read the book. It was a little bit disappointing to me. I'm not going to get into that because that's too much. Anyway, the book, cinnamon rolls that I made, they're so delicious. We visited Jeff's grandma, just, I don't know, just little things, kind of funny. Showing off Lilo. We call her Lofadof. When she was a puppy, so she was one that we also had as a little puppy. She's Baka's sister, and anyway, she just looked like a loaf of bread. So she's just kind of has stuck, been around forever. So of course, like within her being here, probably the first like hour, she is already digging in the backyard. Luckily she only did it the one time, but anyway, just had to show that she was still here. I read Hostage Bargain. It was silly. Hostage Bargain. Had to add it to my wrap-up page. I mean, it was enjoyable. 226 pages. Felt kind of long. Also, like, underdeveloped. They wanted to add some seriousness in there. I do know, I don't need to get into this, but I do know that there's a sequel, and it probably, like, develops a little bit better. Mailman is here, so there might be additional woofs from Baxter, but anyway, just a silly book. I would say skip it. And then on Wednesday, I went to a different retirement dinner for my boss, and I kept the Fortune. I think this is one of the things, like, something that I do like about journaling is just kind of saving little things like this. Like, I don't know. Fortunes are just kind of silly, but I don't know. I do like having them. Well, this dog is upset. Anyway, so this will be my wrap-up page, and I'll probably do it similarly to what I did last month. Might as well flip to it, show it off. So, wonder what I'm gonna put there, or if it's just gonna stay that way. So I'll probably just write down different highlights. I will read or look at how many days I read on the Kindle for November. I do know that actually maybe I got through November. I do know I just messed up my streak. I had 116 or 17 days, and then one night I just as soon as my head hit my pillow, I was out. So I didn't read. So I might just do how many days I read in November. But I would write down the same books, same highlights. I don't know. I just haven't really been doing like my things tracker, so I feel like I couldn't really put down like TV shows that we watched. I mean, I could guess, which is probably better than nothing, but anyway, might do another favorite picture. I'm trying to like, I don't know, mix it up, make them all slightly different, but we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. So anyway, there's a walkthrough, flip through of my November. Hope you enjoyed it. I am also planning, I have this photo, of us that I'll put over here. I just feel like I need something else. So I might look in a magazine for like blue background or something. I might draw flowers and then put this over. Haven't quite decided yet, but need to make a decision. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope that it was, I don't know, exciting, that you learned something. I don't know, sometimes it's just interesting to see like people flipping through their journals, to just kind of seeing how other people live, seeing what's like important to them, what they're putting into their journals. So anyway, hope it was enjoyable, and we'll see you next time. I think I'll just add, please subscribe. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I feel like I'm very open to suggestions right now. I feel like I'm just kind of in like a rut. So anything different that you would like to see, or if you would like to continue seeing some stuff, please let me know. But yeah, with that, I will see you next time. Bye.